partner and I recently did a 2-night staycation at the iconic Marina Bay Sands, and I remember for the longest time wondering what it would be like to stay in MBS before I actually did. So I thought it would be valuable to vlog my experience and share it with you. So that's what you're going to see for the next 6 or 7 minutes. In a nutshell, what my experience was like at MBS, and at the end I will leave you with my closing thoughts to help you decide if this is something that you should try and if it's for you. We reached the hotel and entered the lobby, and the first thing that caught our attention was the giant queue of people waiting to check in. Honestly, the lobby was super crowded, and even the MRT during peak hours felt more organized than what we were seeing. We ended up staying in line for over an hour before we finally got our turn. When it was finally our turn, the check-in formalities were pretty quick. We were given some information about the hotel, a welcome pack, a few more quick things, and finally our keys. The lobby itself is massive, structurally super impressive, and it expands across all 3 towers. The interior and decor though were pretty comparable to other hotels in the same range. Our room was in the 3rd tower, so we made our way to the last set of lifts that would take us up to the 38th floor. This is one of my favorite parts of a hotel stay, entering your hotel room for the first time not knowing what to expect. But when I opened the door and walked in, my first thought was, this is a pretty standard room. Although that bed looks super inviting, nothing really stands out to me, to be honest. So I quickly looked around to see what else was there, and then came the best part. Guys, look at the view! Anyway, so after enjoying the view for a while, I made Sagar and myself a coffee. He had some work to finish up before we started our staycation. So I looked in the minibar for some snacks, but when I pulled open the drawer, I was extremely disappointed by how few things there were. Just a pack of chips and salted nuts, to be honest. Surely all of this is not more than $5 in value? Really surprising. So I made my coffee and went back to enjoy the view, of course. Oh, hi, that's me recording before we started our vacation. Guys, one of the things I super dislike about hotels or public bathrooms is when you close the door and there's this giant gap. Yeah, I honestly don't understand it, and especially here, it's not like the toilet is in a separate cubicle. Come on guys, I really think MBS needs to do better than that. By this time it was already afternoon, so we went to one of our favorite sandwich spots nearby, Park Bench Deli, and had yummy chicken burgers, and then we got back to the hotel. We spent the evening in Gardens by the Bay. This is truly one of my favorite parts of MBS. Singapore is already really pretty and well manicured, but the gardens are some of the best visual treats you can experience on the island. I mean, look at it. Unfortunately, this is not a part of the staycation or exclusive to MBS. The gardens are open to the public, so if you are in the area, you can go to the gardens and experience it. Another awesome thing is this incredible panorama of CBD and MBS. You can't get this angle anywhere else except from the gardens itself. We spent some time near the beautiful koi pond, which is also a part of the gardens. And then we came to my favorite part of the gardens itself, which is this incredible lotus pond. It just looks like it was plucked from a fairy tale. I mean, are you kidding? And now for something which is more exclusive to MBS guests only, the super famous infinity pool on the 57th floor. Honestly, guys, when we reached the pool, I didn't even feel like getting in. First of all, the process of adding your name to the list to be able to access the pool is quite complicated. And when you do get there, it's extremely crowded. There are a lot of families and kids. The pool is not desolate, you don't get it to yourself, and sections are cordoned off for different towers, so it's not like you can swim from end to end. But hey, I mean, the view is really pretty, so I guess that counts for something, right? And if you really want to, you can get into the water, go up to the edge, and get that Instagram worthy shot. So, yeah. So, I did what I do best. I ordered a beer and relaxed. By this time, it was late evening and we had a nice romantic dinner planned. So I got ready, wanted to be classy for the place that we were going. At this point, do you think I've spoken about the view enough? Because I don't feel like I have. What you're seeing here is what it looks like in the evening, and oh my god, I can't even explain how stunning it is, but you can take a look and decide for yourself. The ships, the sea, the lights, unbelievable. We went to dinner at a Japanese restaurant called Koma. The entrance to the restaurant is inspired by, I believe it's the Fushimi Inari shrine in Japan. Really beautiful, and the restaurant interiors itself reminds me of Shiro's in Bangalore, which also happens to be one of the restaurants that I really like. And so, yeah, we had an awesome Japanese dinner and called it a night. That is my experience at Marina Bay Sands. What did you think? Is this something that sounds appealing to you? I will leave you with a few closing thoughts though. Overall, my expectations going into the Marina Bay Sands staycation were not met. I was definitely expecting more, and more not in terms of like this extremely elevated, luxurious experience, but some basics like having a breakfast buffet in the morning free of charge. I remember at the reception I was told that there are about 100 or something slots open for the free breakfast, and if you don't book that slot, and it tends to get booked up pretty quickly, then you'll have to pay for your breakfast, which is about, I believe, $60 or so, and that's pretty expensive per head for a breakfast buffet. And I was definitely expecting that to be a part of the cost of booking the room. And when it came to the room itself, I think that there were some issues, like the TV is not a smart TV, so for most of the time we ended up just watching movies on our laptop, which is sounds ridiculous. That's something that you can do in your home. I'm trying to remember if we checked with the hotel if there was a way to fix up the TV. I remember that it was not easily possible. Even the mini bar I thought was extremely poorly stocked. When you open it up and you saw in the video what I saw, it was really disappointing. Also, I remember asking for some room service for some plates and spoons, and I remember it being delivered after a really long time, so that was not ideal as well. So I guess overall what I'm trying to say is that if you're a business traveler or a solo traveler or just a couple looking for a break, or you are just fascinated by this novel, iconic hotel, MBS is worth it. The view is phenomenal, whichever side of the hotel you stay in, and the infinity pool is definitely nice, and the view from there is probably something that you may not find anywhere else in the city. So for those reasons alone, MBS may be worth it, and if that's what matters to you, then you can definitely try it. But if you are a family with kids, or if you are looking for this elevated, luxurious experience and a fully serviced hotel, I don't think MBS is the option for you. And I will say this though, of course, all of this is just my personal opinion and how I experienced it at the time. Things may change. They may stock up the minibar, they may replace all of the TVs, the service may have gotten better. And I also understand that these are very tricky times, so the way the hotel functions has to be extremely limited. And I also know that it's probably not been a very profitable time for the hotel, so they have had to downsize on some of these things. So that's something that I want to mention as points that I have considered, and I don't want to be too hard on them. But yeah, you had a look and you know my experience and my thoughts, so hopefully this helps you decide if this is something that you want. Overall, I think I had a nice, romantic, fun getaway, and that almost always entirely depends on who you're with, your ability to go with the flow and have an open mind. That's kind of what I have to say, and I hope this was helpful to you. Do subscribe to my channel. I plan on sharing a lot more about my life in Singapore and few other things that I'm interested in, like fitness and beauty. Also, let me know if this review was helpful to you, or if something was surprising to you that you did not expect coming into this video. I will see you soon. Bye.